It is a great joy and honor to come into your homes and your minds with a message of empowerment and enlightenment. This is Emmanuel Mensah, a co-founder of the Eagle Mentality Group. At Eagle Mentality Group, we teach and propagate information about the power of thought, universal laws and principles, and how these laws and our thinking combines or comes together to create our own life experiences. All human beings create their own life experiences individually or collectively based on the beliefs or our dominant thoughts that we hold. And so you don't really have to agree with it. You don't have to accept it. But the fact is that is the truth. And as I've always been saying, there are a lot of things that are happening in our world or in our existence that you don't understand, but those things controls you. You don't know how your body works. Everything that happens in your body system, you don't have understanding of it. But the very fact that you don't understand it doesn't mean that it's not a reality. It is happening. And so you create your own realities. All of us, we create our own realities. It's a universal truth that no one can deny. Your ignorance or your knowledge about it doesn't really make a difference. But the only thing is you got to be awakened to it and then organize your life accordingly, according to the laws that governs the entire universe and all of us. And so today I'm going to speak to you under the universal or the umbrella of our topic. That is, mindset is everything. The main focus or the main theme that we are focusing on is mindset. Mindset is everything. And under this theme, today's subtopic is life is a state of consciousness. Life is a state of consciousness. All human beings, whether we believe it or not, we agree with it or not, we are living in real time. The only time that you are alive is when you are awake. Even in your sleep mode, it's a form of death. You withdraw your consciousness from this physical world, then you re-emerge in the non-physical world. And so when you go into a deep sleep, whatever happens around you, you do not have knowledge about it. That is no more anything that is necessary for you. You are deeply asleep. You travel, you go to places, you communicate and commune with forces in the universe. And so the only time that you become awakened to yourself that you are awake or you are alive is when you come back or you re-emerge into your consciousness. Then you become aware of whatever is around you or surrounds you, you see. And so your life is a real thing matter. You are living in real time. You are not living in the past and you are not living in the future. Your life is right now. And what you are focusing on, what you build into your consciousness, momentarily becomes your future life. And so life is a state of consciousness. Whatever you make as your dominant focus, you are creating that particular situation in your life, you see. And so when we become awakened to this universal truth, and then we begin to take control of our life, that is based on what we think and what we will not think, what we will choose as our beliefs, then we have control over our life. You create your own realities. And you do that anytime that you are awake. You see, so when we talk of expectations, people think that expectations is something that when you look for something good and you are expecting it, then yeah, that is expectation. Yeah, that is true. But as a matter of fact, your expectation is either what you love or what you hate, what you are afraid of or what you adore. Anything that you are afraid of becomes your expectation, because that thing occupies your consciousness. And what occupies your consciousness is what you will see in the future, you see. So expectations could be done in a negative way. But unfortunately, we have been trained only to think in that way, and that is why we keep on repeating life situations in our lives. Whatever you are going through right now is an old news, and if you want to change it in the future, then begin to think of something that you want to see in your life. For life is a state of consciousness. If you want to be rich, you must find a way to live as a rich person in your mind. It is not about you going about taking things to surround yourself. Those things are good. But if you do that and still you don't build that life in your consciousness for it to become your way of life within you, you will not get the riches, you see. And so that is how we create our own reality. What is in your consciousness? Fear, worry. If you are, taken over by fear of any kind, that is what is going to repeat in your life. And so even in the Bible, we have this statement made by Job, that what I fear greatly has come upon me. We know in the Bible that Job was someone who was very pious, and he was always praying for the protection of his own family, his children, his property. But eventually, we are told that he lost everything. And in the midst of that, he came back to his senses and declared, what I fear greatly has come upon me. And the same way, what you fear greatly comes upon you. And even if we take these things in our normal, basic life, anything that you are afraid of, let's say if you have a group of people who are walking across a muddy area, the one that is frightened is the one who will fall in the mud, If you are walking through a slippery area, the one that is afraid is the one that will fall. If a stray dog appears, the dog will chase only those that are afraid of the dog. If you gather courage and you stand, the dog will not do anything to you, because the dog senses what you are feeling, you see. And so your state of consciousness, what you are daily awakening to and emotionalizing, is your life. You are cooking your future life. And so future is created now. And that is you taking control of what you allow into your consciousness. And so be mindful of what you always daily entertain and take control of your life. What we are doing here is to bring this awareness to the power that you as an individual you possess. You are not just passing through this earth, but you are here as a co-creator with the forces in the universe, with God. And therefore, whatever you feed with God with is what is going to come back to you. And even in the Bible, as it is stated, that a man reaps what he sows. What you are daily thinking about, what you are daily loving or fearing, is your sowing, and the reaping is what comes into your life, you say. And so this is the time of awakening. This is the time of enlightenment, empowerment, that all of us will become awakened to the fact that we are gods on this earth here, and we are creating our own realities. We've been given the right of choice, the freedom of choice, and that we choose whatever choices we make. The laws in the universe return the outcome to us. And when the outcome comes, we only have to take responsibility and accountability and make changes to our thinking. Yeah, so life is a state of consciousness. Life is a state of consciousness. You are only alive only in the time that you are awake. Even in your sleep state, as I've already stated, even though the spirit or the energy is still in contact with the body, it's a form of death. Your consciousness has been withdrawn from this physical world, and now you operate in the non-physical. And then when you re-emerge, when the spirit returns fully back into your body, then you say, oh, I am awake. You see? So that is it. The only time that you are alive is when you are awake. And when you are awake, what are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? Yesterday, I talked about imagination and visualization. And this is practical and it's true in our lives. All human beings at any moment in time are doing either a visualization or imagination. What you are fearing or what you fear is your imagination. If you can sit down and picture a possible situation, a possible fatal outcome of your life, and you actually accept that, then you begin to look for solutions or protection against such things that it may not come, believe it or not. Your efforts will not do anything because you have already emotionally, you visualize it. And that picture that you hold in your life, if you don't change it sooner than later, it will appear in your life as your real life circumstances. So visualization and imagination, we are doing it all the time. And as I said yesterday, instead of doing it negatively, now do it positively. Be purposeful, be deliberate. Know and hold the view, the mindset that you are not just passing through this earth. You are not just an object that things are being done to you, but you are a creator of your own realities. Whatever thing that comes into your life, you have a say in it, and it's by way of your thought, by way of your beliefs. And therefore, if you have this and you have understanding, and you begin to control what you allow into your consciousness, what you think about, and control your emotions, you will take active control of your life. Be active. And the only way you'll be active in what happens in your life is being awakened to how you feel. How you feel is a communication to you. Your emotions are communications to you as to what you are creating in your life. So do not ignore your emotions. Negative emotions are an indication that you are co-creating a negative life experience in your life. Positive emotions, feelings, is an indication that you are on the right path. Choose the right path. And so be mindful of this fact. Build it into your mind and let it be your guiding principle. Your life is better. Your life is simply your state of consciousness. And therefore, use your consciousness wisely. Use your mind wisely. Do not allow physical things to intimidate you. Do not allow your current situations to intimidate you, but let them inspire you. Let them motivate you to think deliberately with a mind that you are thinking to correct them. They are old show and they are your own creation, you see. And so these are the universal principles. These are the universal principles that you cannot afford to be ignorant about. Your life is your own creation. And therefore, make the right choices and think rightly. Fear and worry are negative emotions. You don't have the right to be angry with anyone. As people normally say that I have the right to be angry with you. When you are angry with another person, you, the one that is angry, is the one that suffers. Unless the other person allow your emotions to affect him or her. But if the person ignores it, the only person that suffers is you. If you are worried, no amount of your worry can change your circumstances, can change your situation, but it will compound it. If you are afraid of anything, no amount of your fear can change your situation. But if you take boldness, if you take the attitude of boldness and declare into your life that I am a God, I am made in the image and the likeness of God. Therefore, I create my own realities. And I am going to change my life by the use of my own mind. And therefore, what I'm going to do is my consciousness will only be a place that positive thoughts are entertained, you see. And so that is the truth. Your mind is a divine center. Your mind is a divine center that you might not allow anything negative to come in. But you are the gatekeeper. If you allow anything negative comes in, your mind will accept it, and it will reproduce the same measure of thoughts or experiences that reflect, that mirrors those thoughts. Again, your mind is like a plot of land. You can intelligently till it and make it work for you. Sow any crop that you desire and you will reap them if you take proper care of it. At the same time, you can leave that plot of land for weeds, wild weeds and other things to grow upon it. And what you will get is nothing but worry and suffering. And so your mind is your creator. Your mind is everything to you. And what you allow into your mind at any moment in time is your state of consciousness. Therefore, take care of your life. And that is why the book of Proverbs in the Bible says that guard your heart, for all that you do comes out of it. Your life is all about what you allowing into you. And that thing will become your reality in the future. And into you simply means that thought you are entertaining. So you are a creator, but not a victim. But be a creator on purpose. Be a purposeful creator, but not a creator by default. And when you do that, you will guide your life in a positive and a constructive way. And all of us put together, we will guide our lives. And as I've always been saying, this message is to the whole world, but I'm making more emphasis on Africans. We are those that are preoccupied with negativity. Everything that happens in the African mind is operated in a negative way. It is the work of this, it is the work of that, it is the work of that. Now is the time of awakening. You are the creator of your own reality. There is no demon anywhere. There is no evil forces anywhere that is creating any negative things in your life, except you using your mind to create them and they become real in your life. If you take your mind off them, they will all disappear. You are the creator of your own realities, and that is the truth. You will know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And so, as a sign of, let me take this time once again to remind you that please click the subscribe button and also share the message and help us to circulate this message to the wider world, such that we'll build a greater community, a better community, especially building a new Africa, such that all our nations, our towns and cities will be transformed by what we are building into our consciousness. And this will attract all men and women from far and near to come and taste and enjoy the creativity of the African minds. Thank you, and God bless you.